By some accounts, it is more important than grades, than class rank, than a student's essay on their college application. It scares kids, worries parents, and is required by almost every university in the nation. The SAT and the ACT, college admissions tests, almost 4 hours of hard work that attempt to measure what students know and how well they think. To prepare for these tests, there are lots of ways parents can help their children, and those kids may need some help. Over 3 million students are about to graduate from high school, the largest senior class in American history. More of them will be applying to college than ever before, and some argue today test scores have never been more important.
Because there's been grade inflation. If you talk to colleges, they'll say, we can't trust these grade point averages. We have to use a neutral average point like an SAT. And so the focus on that 1, 2 hour, 3 hour morning becomes, a big piece of your future.
And that's the problem. Kids see the SAT and the ACT the same way, as a big part of their future. And the result is predictable. Many are anxious and afraid.
That morning, my hands were sweating, I was nervous, I just wanted to get it done.
John took the ACT. A perfect score is 36. He got a 26.
I was hoping to get, upwards of a 28 when I first took it, and at first, when I got a 26, I thought that's a reachable goal.
John has taken this so seriously at times that it becomes the thing that he wakes up and talks about when he wakes up in the morning. It's the thing that he talks about that evening. And then sometimes he doesn't talk. And those are the times which are really kind of scary, because you know that he's thinking about it and he would like to do better.
So John and his family went to work on a plan, choosing a date well in advance to take the test, and then signing up for a prep class that would end right before he took the test. A prep class like this one.
Remember, the goal is to answer the questions and move on.
Still, it's hard to do well on these tests when your child is a nervous wreck, especially without a plan.
I stress. I have horrible stress. I will sit and contemplate over it. It will give me a headache.
That's the night before the test. The day of the test is even worse.
I get extremely sweaty. Like, my hands will sweat. I won't even be able to hold my pencil. I have to sit and wipe my hands and really focus. I will break out into almost like a cold sweat.
Almost every student who hopes to go to college is in the great race, the fierce and annual competition to get the best test score, the best grades, the best college application.
You're competing with thousands of students nationwide.
It's pretty daunting when you think about the whole picture, that you can get good grades and you can be very involved in school and out of school activities, and then there's just this one test that can determine your whole life.
The process is so nerve-wracking because you never know what's going to happen, and you're just always looking for that extra edge.
Everybody's gotten to be so competitive, and we have to get into the right college with the right name and the right, grades and the right honor societies, and it's ridiculous.
We keep moving that barrier lower and lower. All of a sudden, it's going to be a sophomore grade that's going to determine whether or not I get into a particular university. Wow, you're talking 15-year-old kids, 16-year-old kids who are going to have this incredible pressure on them.
In fact, the pressure has moved down to even younger kids. 12-year-olds are now taking practice SAT and ACT tests.
Since I was only in 7th grade, I wasn't expecting it to be easy for me. I was really nervous too, so it made it even harder.
Of course, that's the irony of college prep tests. Kids want so badly to do well, their anxiety hurts them. It lowers their score.
Because they're fighting with that anxiety and that distraction, sometimes I almost say even at an unconscious level, having to compete with that and do the task decreases their performance.
Still, there's no way around it. It is an important test, and you can't get into most colleges without it.
I mean, it's gonna come, so I better prepare myself.